Okay, 2017 Ford Fusion 1.5 liter EcoBoost. Done. No check engine lights on. Everything tight. I did have a little bit of trouble getting it started because honestly, for whatever reason, I don't really know. Normally, 1 or 2 times prime the system, the fuel system, no problem. Flood mode it, get oil built up, get the timing components and everything moving. And it almost sounded like it had no compression at all when I was finished. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? Because everything was literally perfect with this when I put it together. The cam tool went in, the crank, or the VCT tool went in, the phasers, the marks were in the complete upright position. There was no issues, no nothing at all. You know, the crank tool went in to set the crank, so the CKP was set properly. The flywheel tool was in, the pin that goes in the bolt, that was it. There was literally no problems at all with timing. Spun the engine over 2 times, put the tools back in, no issue. For some reason, she wanted a crank for a long time, and I don't understand why. I had to attempt to start it like 6 or 7 times, and it would, about the 5th time, it started to sputter a little bit, act like it wanted to start. And then by about the 7th time, came right online, cleared up, no misfires, no nothing at all. I reset the keep alive memory, so it reset the fuel table and all that. And then I came back after it warmed up completely while I was putting the lower shields and everything on, and I reset the neutral profile correction once it got warm. It's been running absolutely beautiful. Just runs great, no problems at all. I'm gonna put about 30 miles on it right now, and then that's our kind of like our policy now, is you need to drive it. You can't just do 8 miles and expect not to see any problems. You're gonna have to drive it, get it hot, load it up, and get a feel for whether or not you're gonna have issues. So I'm gonna put about 30 miles on it. I'm gonna do four laps, which would be 32 miles on our test route, and there's intermittent down to 25, 30 mile an hour, all the way back up to 55, 60 mile an hour, and really drive it, get a feel for, are there any further issues, you know. And the customer said go ahead and change the rear brakes and stuff while I was here also, because the pads were like itty bitty, and the rotors were really wore out and rusty, flaky like. So yeah, I'll get back to you with how everything feels after it's all done. The good news is the vehicle drives absolutely flawless. Wheels straight, everything runs great. No, it's quieter than it was before. Phenomenal. I say, okay, I got everything, you know, all the leaves and everything evacuated off of there, vacuum all this stuff out of here. And then I say, let me do one more fluid check. Let me get up underneath this thing. It's just running too damn good for me, for everything to be perfect. And exactly what I bragged about in the video when I was saying how perfect that seal has to be installed. It was not perfect. Even though I installed it perfect, Ford actually has some kind of TSB or something out for this. I'll show you the crank seal real quick. And yep, got to pull motor mount, got to pull that plastic front cover on the VCTs, got to slide the CV axle forward some, got to undo the lower control arm, pull the wheel back off of it, put the crank tool in, put the VCT tool in so you can hold everything, and then you can pull the crank off of it. Then you can redo the seal. What a freaking nightmare. The dead giveaway was how wet that corner was. And then I was looking right here and I was like, wait a second, that's oil. And then I looked over here, and then I looked at the oil. Oh, I see you, son of a... Wah. Coming right out from behind that crank right there. So, back to the drawing board we go. Till tomorrow.